Hey everyone, Duke from Retro Nonsense here. So it's been quite a while since I've made a video, and I rather miss it, so I had a little bit of time here, and I was going to get involved in a little project, and I thought maybe I'll document some of it, just so my channel doesn't seem completely dead. So what I have here is, I've been really into my VCR here and VHS collecting, thanks to my friends partially, or partly because of my friends, Chris Roberts and Bill from STC Pod with the VHS Collection show, which has been really fun. I've been doing it for a little while before that even, but I'm really kind of getting into it. Really fun collecting because they're cheap. I can find them at the Goodwill for $1 or $2 a piece. And people sometimes just give them away. You can find them at flea markets for 50 cents, whatever. Went to a retro shop this weekend with my wife. Had a great Saturday and went bike riding, and we discovered this new record store with a bunch of other stuff as well. Maybe I'll throw a little clip in there to show you, but the clip that the film that I took was just one little section. This place went on and on, had like 3 or 4 rooms of nothing but like stereo equipment and VCRs and DVD players and records and tapes, and it was really cool. So it's always fun discovering new shops like that, especially when they're not too far from my house. So we had a really good time, just kind of we spent like an hour in there just looking around. We bought a bunch of stuff, some records, and I bought a VCR tape. In fact, this I found. I've never seen this one before. I mean, recently. I do remember, I believe, seeing this as a kid. I have vague memories of this imagery here and the name of the movie. But I think this is a rather hard one to find. It's not very common. So you got, David Carradine from the Kung Fu series, and also he was in Kill Bill and a couple other movies from the 80s, maybe even the 70s. This was, let's see here, 84. Okay, right up my alley, right in the middle of the 80s. So I'm eager to check this out. But yeah, I found this tape. Found a Candlebox cassette tape. Liked that tape a lot when I was a teenager. And some records. I'll show some of those maybe in a picture as well. But anyway, my VCR here that I like a lot. It's a good one. I found it at Goodwill, I think, a couple years ago. Still had all of the stickers on there and the advertisement kind of piece of cardboard on top. It looked like it was never really used. It was really, really in good shape. So it works really well, except it doesn't rewind. After you stop the tape, it won't rewind. It tries to, and it does a little bit, then it starts to slow down and just kind of stop. So I did some research, and I'm pretty sure, I'm like 90% sure I know what the problem is. There's a little belt in there, a little bit like rubber band thing. And as that elasticity kind of diminishes and it dry rots, it'll still play when it's going slow, and you can rewind it when it's visual, kind of like a VCR. When you hit rewind while it's playing, you can see it rewind slowly. But if you stop and want to rewind the whole movie, it just peters out. So I'm pretty sure that belt is just slipping, and I need to replace it. So I'm going to try to take this thing apart, because otherwise it works great. And again, I don't think it was barely ever used. So I do want to try to preserve this one and make it work well. So I want to, real quick, it's actually hooked up to this TV. So I want to turn this thing on here and test my tape out. And I'll show you how it doesn't rewind. And I'm gonna go ahead and clean the head while I'm in there. And is this one of those 4-head VCRs? I don't know. It doesn't say 4-head, but a lot of the newer ones were 4-head. Auto head cleaner. Uh-oh, maybe I don't need to clean it. I'll probably clean it anyway. But I'm gonna put this in there. Make sure there's not a tape in there. No. Put that in. And let's see what happens here. There we go. The cable popped out of the back, the video cable. So anyway, see? Plays great. So I'm going to fast forward it some. As you can see, it fast forwards.
fans everywhere. Today we inaugurate...
If I stop it and hit rewind, it'll probably actually rewind this much. But as you can see, it's going real slow. And you can barely, you can't even really hear it rewinding. So obviously there's an issue with it. I'm hoping it's just that belt problem, that little rubber band that can just be easily fixed. See how slow it's going, and you can't even, it doesn't sound like it's rewinding at all. And if it's all the way at the end of the tape, it won't even make it a fraction of the way before it just stops. So obviously there's something wrong with it, but I'm gonna take it apart and see if I can fix it. It's been a while since I fixed a console or something, so I'm eager to, you know, try fixing something like this and getting it, you know, put back in commission here. So that'll be kind of fun. I don't know if I'll video it, but I'll maybe take a couple pictures of it and splice it into the video. Maybe I'll take a couple of short videos. I'm not going to set my tripod up or anything like that while I'm fixing it, but I guess I'll be back and let you know how it goes. So we'll see. All right, guys, I am back from what I believe is a successful repair. So I'll give a little brief overview as to what I did, and I'll maybe put some of the footage that I took on top of what I'm saying. Again, I didn't set my tripod up, so I just kind of did it haphazardly. But I took it all apart. It was quite annoying to take apart. Unfortunately, I had to take apart not just the lid, but then all the guts and unplug everything. I was kind of hoping to be a little easier, but the belt was underneath or sandwiched in between all the circuit boards and another like metal tray, and you'll be seeing it as I speak here. But it was quite difficult to get into. But I discovered the belt. It didn't look like it was in too bad a condition. So I looked at it pretty closely. It didn't look very dry rotted. It still was pretty elastic. So I think I was hoping it was just a cleaning that needed to be done. So I cleaned it with alcohol real good and cleaned the little wheels that it sits in, the little gear wheels, fly wheels, whatever they're called, pulleys, I guess. And it seemed to work better. I put a tape in and it rewound really fast. And then I was going to reinforce it with a rubber band to kind of put some more tension on it, but I didn't feel real comfortable with it. I was afraid it was going to flip off or break and then get all jammed up in there, so I decided against that. And I didn't have a rubber band that I felt was going to be as good as that rubber belt. So I cleaned it up real good and put it back, and I'm pretty sure it's going to work better. At least it did when I put the tape in. Now I hope it plays just as good and I didn't mess anything up while I had it apart, so that's why I'm going to test it right now with you guys watching. So we'll see here. If I screw something up, you're going to see it right now. So, oh yeah, this was that tag that was still on there. It's pretty cool. Has a reality generator on there. So this is like, you know, it's high tech when it has one of those. Quick set timer dial, VCR plus, easy timer, auto clock set, and all these other features there. 19 micron heads. That's a lot of micron heads. I think the last one I had only had 18. So anyway, this is an upgrade. So that was still stuck on there. I'll put that back in a minute. But let's see what happens here. We'll turn it on. All right, it's a good sign. It's a blue screen there. And let me flip around here. Try not to knock the tripod. I'll go ahead and put this back in there because I know this worked and looked really good. So let's insert the tape there. All right. And let's see what happens here. Hopefully it looks nice and crisp and clean. Looks like it's... Oh yeah. Oh heck yeah. That's a way to start a movie. Ooh, USA. I'm going to fast forward some here. Death Race 2000. Alright, so let's just get a little into it, and I'm going to... Oh, a Nazi flag. I saw that. I got to watch myself here on YouTube. So let's get into it a little bit here.
flow play-by-play when the kings and queens of the open road roar onto the track. Do I hear the sound of engines?
All right, there we go. What is this?
JD, winner of this year's trials,
I've seen some lines here.
Placed second in 1998.
Real faint. I'm not sure if that's a tape or...
Until she went out with gear trouble. Her fans and lovers everywhere wish JD better luck this year.
My fans could wish me all the luck they want.
I want to stop and rewind this while it's stopped, and we'll see if it seems like it's better. It starts out slow, then it picks up. Well, I think that maybe, let's see here. I'm going to fast forward it. See, there it goes. It picks up. I think it might detect when it gets close to the end of the tape and then it slows down. I think that's a feature that I saw in some newer VCRs back in the day, so it doesn't put that tension on the tape. So I think that's why maybe it was going slow, because it was so close to the end. But let's see here. I'm going to fast forward it a good bunch there and then hit stop. I want to see if those lines are still present.
What'd you expect? Another pretty face?
I'm not really seeing them now. Okay, so let's see here. There it goes. See, it wouldn't do that before. It wouldn't rewind. Yes. We call that a successful repair. Uh-oh. Did I speak too soon? See, it's going real slow. It's still rewinding. So I wonder if it does that on purpose when it gets to the end. I think it does. And it's still doing it, so. Yeah, I think that's probably a feature on this card here. Let's see here. It doesn't say that, but it's fully rewinding now, so that's weird. It flipped over. I guess you can reset that. The okay, so it stopped. Let me see if it's all the way rewound. Yep. So it worked. Before it wouldn't rewind the tape. It would start and just kind of stop. So, all right. So I've successfully repaired the rewind functionality of my VCR. Makes me very happy again because this is a really nice VCR. I'm going to show you guys my tape collection real quick, my VCR tapes, VHS as they call them. While I got this, you guys here, let's take a quick gander at my collection. I keep it up here. It's not. I'm gonna gain more space in these. These are just a bunch of books and stuff I've got. I'm gonna clean that out and then make all of this my VHS collection in here. So look at that Die Hard trilogy box set. Pretty cool. Put that off to the side, and I've got some of my favorite stuff here. You got Star Wars, and that's the good ones with the red. Here, I'll show you one here. There's actually another one up here. When you see that hi-fi in the corner, that's good. That's a good one. These are the originals without the weird edits and stuff. Chris gave me those. So I've got, Indiana Jones, Alien. Chris gave me those too. Got RoboCop, Last Starfighter. Chris gave me that one. Predator. As you can see, some great movies here. 80s classics. That's kind of all I collect. I just found these recently. The Hobbit, Neverending Story, Willow, Young Frankenstein, Jaws, double tape there. Found this Schoolhouse Rock still sealed. Pretty cool. Got some other good ones back here. Uncle Buck, Crawl, Joel the Nile, King Kong, Friday the 13th, some great horror stuff here. Poltergeist, The Shining, Frankenstein meets the Wolfman. Some just, you know, just kind of stuff I'm interested in. It's like pop culture-y stuff, sci-fi, horror, just the fun stuff. I'm not into collecting any kind of like dramas or anything like that. Just all the fun stuff. So there's my got the Batman and Batman Returns double set there. Some junk up here, Time Cop, you know, Waterworld. I mean, come on. But anyway, that's my little meager collection there. But they're fun to collect for, like I said. I'm gonna put this back and say goodbye. All right, guys. Appreciate you watching. I hope it was somewhat entertaining. It was a successful repair. At least we'll see if it holds up. If it gets kind of weak again or starts to slip again, I might have to order a belt and just put a new one in there. But at least it's nothing, I don't think it's the motor or anything like that. It's just that belt, which I think is a pretty common problem with older VCRs and tape decks and everything else. The belt just starts to get a little dirty or dry rotted and starts to slip. So it's pretty easy repair. Kind of hard to take apart and everything, as you saw, but overall, I think pretty doable for most people. So also, you know, I'm going to try to make some more videos here and there. I do miss it. It's fun just to kind of, you know, do something like this, do something different. But I am putting most of my creative energies these days into my podcast. So please check that out. Chris Roberts and I do the Retro Nonsense podcast. We just celebrated our 1-year anniversary. And so we have 12 episodes out there, and we have a great range of topics. We did, you know, stuff on movies and Atari, Nintendo, 80s commercials, Halloween last year we did. So there's a great variety of shows to catch up on if you haven't listened to them yet. So I'm having a great time doing it. It's going very well, and I'm really looking forward to the next year of podcasts. So, but yeah, I'm going to try and make some more videos as well, and that's it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.